everyone. Welcome back to the Everyday English Chat Show. I'm Cheryl, and I'm here with my co-host, Dan. How are you doing today, Dan?
Hey, Cheryl. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I was just thinking about traveling, and I realized airports can be pretty stressful if you don't know what to say in English.
Oh, that's such a good point. I get so many messages from listeners saying, Cheryl, I'm terrified of going through airport security. What do I say? What if I don't understand? So today, we're doing something really practical. We're talking about how to navigate the airport with confidence, one phrase at a time. And honestly, it's not as scary as you think. Once you know a few key phrases, you're golden. So stick around, because by the end of this episode, you'll be ready to book that flight, breeze through check-in, and actually chat with people at the airport without breaking into a cold sweat. Let's dive in.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. You're walking into the airport. First stop, the check-in counter. Cheryl, what's the first thing you say?
Good question. So when you walk up, you can say something simple like, hello, I'm checking in for my flight to London. Nice and clear. Or you can say, I'd like to check in, please.
Oh, that's good. And then what if the person at the counter asks you something and you didn't understand? What do?
Great question, because this happens all the time. You can say, could you please speak a bit slower? Or could you repeat that, please? People at the airport deal with non-native speakers every single day. They're used to it.
I like that. So it's okay to ask them to slow down?
Absolutely. And here's another one. Do you speak English? I know it sounds silly when you're already at an English-speaking airport, but sometimes there might be a language barrier. You could also say, I'm sorry, can you say that again, please? You know what I love about that? It's polite. It's not rude or impatient.
Exactly. The key is being polite and clear. Oh, and one more thing, luggage. They'll definitely ask, do you have any baggage to check? Or how many bags are you checking today? Just tell them the number. I have 2 suitcases to check, or just 1 carry-on. Thank you.
What if your luggage is too heavy or you're worried about the weight?
Good thinking. You can ask, is my luggage within the weight limit? And if there's a problem, they might say, your bag is overweight. You'll need to remove some items or pay an extra fee. At least you'll know what's happening. Okay, so you've checked in, you've got your boarding pass. Now it's security. This is where people get nervous.
Oh man, security. But honestly, it's pretty straightforward. When you walk up to security, you'll probably see signs, but the officer might say something like, next in line, please. Just step forward and be ready. They'll ask for your passport and boarding pass. You just hand it over and say, here you go, or here's my passport and boarding pass. Then they might ask, are you traveling alone today? Or do you have any liquids or electronics in your carry-on?
Okay, so those are common questions?
Super common. If you do have electronics, you might need to take them out of your bag. The officer might say, please remove your laptop and place it in a separate bin. So you know what to do. And liquids, shampoo, toothpaste, that kind of thing, they have to be in containers smaller than 3.4 ounces. If someone asks, is that liquid approved? You can say, yes, it's under 3.4 ounces. What if you're confused about the rules? That's the perfect moment to ask. I'm not sure if this is allowed. Could you help me? Security officers at busy airports, they're patient. They want you to get through quickly and safely, just like you want to.
That makes sense. So I'm not slowing anyone down by asking?
No way. Think about it. If you're confused and holding everything up, that's worse. A quick question is actually faster than fumbling around.
All right, security's done, you're through. Now you're walking around the airport, maybe getting a coffee, and then your flight starts boarding. What do you say?
Well, you won't say much, to be honest. They announce the boarding groups. You'll hear something like, attention passengers on flight BA282 to London. We are now boarding Group A. So you check your boarding pass and see what group you're in. Then you get in line at the gate. When you walk up to the gate agent, you just hand them your boarding pass and say, here's my boarding pass. They'll scan it and send you on your way.
But what if there's a problem? What if my seat is overbooked or something?
Oh, good question. If something's wrong, the agent will tell you. But if you need to ask a question, you can say, "Can I ask you something?" Or, "I have a question about my seat." Then explain your concern. Maybe you say, "I requested a window seat, but my ticket shows an aisle seat." The agent will help you figure it out.
That's useful. And if the flight is delayed?
The gate agents will announce it. But if you want to know, you can ask, "Is the flight delayed?" Or, "When are we boarding?" And if you're frustrated, and I get it, delays are annoying, you can express that politely. "I'm concerned about my connection. Is there anything we can do?" That's much better than being rude.
Okay, so you're on the plane now. What kind of English do you need to know up here?
Great question. The flight attendants will give you a safety demonstration. You'll hear phrases like, "In the event of turbulence, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened." Most of it is just watching what they do, to be honest.
So I don't need to understand every word?
No, not really. But if you need help, you can call the flight attendant and say, "Excuse me, could I get some water, please?" Or, "I'm not feeling well. Can I get a paper bag?" If you're asking for food, you might say, "What are the meal options today?" Or, "Do you have any vegetarian meals?"
And when we land?
The captain or a flight attendant will say something like, "We've arrived at our destination. Welcome to London. Please remain seated until we've come to a complete stop." Then you gather your stuff and walk off the plane.
And then customs?
Yes, this is where you'll have a short conversation. A customs officer might ask, "What's the purpose of your visit?" You can say, "I'm here for vacation," or "I'm visiting family." They might also ask, "How long are you staying?" Just answer honestly, 2 weeks or 10 days. And finally, "Do you have anything to declare?" Basically, are you bringing anything you shouldn't? You just say, "Nope, nothing to declare," and you're done.
That's it?
That's it. And then you grab your luggage from baggage claim and you're officially a traveler who navigated the airport in English. All right, before we wrap up, let's throw in a few bonus phrases for tricky situations. What if you lose your luggage?
Oh no. Okay, so you'd go to the baggage claim desk and say, "I've lost my luggage. My flight number was BA282, arriving today." They'll help you file a report. You might also say, "When will my luggage arrive?" Or, "How can I contact you about this?"
That's stressful, but good to know. What about missing a flight?
That's tough. But if it happens, you run to the ticket counter and say, "I missed my flight. Can I get on the next one?" Or, "I need to rebook my flight." There might be fees involved, but at least you're communicating clearly.
And a random question. What if you need to use the bathroom and you can't find it?
That's so practical. You can ask literally anyone, "Where is the bathroom, please?" Or, "Excuse me, do you know where the restrooms are?" Honestly, this phrase has saved me a million times.
I love that. It's simple, but it's so useful.
Right? And here's one more. If you're at a restaurant or cafe in the airport, you can say, "Can I have a coffee, please?" Or, "What do you recommend?" These are the same phrases you'd use anywhere.
So basically, airport English is just regular English in a specific context?
Exactly. You're not learning a whole new language. You're just applying what you already know to a specific high-stakes situation.
Well, Dan, I think we've covered everything. You're now ready to confidently speak English at the airport.
Absolutely. Remember, everyone there is used to helping people, and most people are in a hurry. Being polite, clear, and willing to ask questions will get you through smoothly every time.
And if you mess up or say something wrong, nobody's going to judge you. Everyone's just trying to catch their flights.
So true. Hey, if you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend who's nervous about traveling. And let us know, what's your biggest worry about speaking English at the airport? Drop a comment or send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for listening to the Everyday English Chat Show. We really hope to see you in our next episode. Bye for now.